I've just got a brand new toy and it is the season to get practicing and get good at golf. Hi everyone, my name is James Robinson. Welcome back to this YouTube channel. As you all may know, I've got a new channel partner and I'm so excited to be working with them. It is of course Milesy Rangefinders. So I have today the brand new all singing, all dancing Milesy PFS2 rangefinder. You can see this thing actually looks really cool and we used it yesterday in the horrible weather over at Sandyway. And there's a couple of things that I want to talk to you about today. The guys at Milesy wanted me to show you this and bring you a little bit of a review. So we're going to use it out here at Woolley Park Golf Club. And one of the big things I like is, first of all, the colour design with the yellow and the red and the black, and also that slope as well. So you can see just exactly, we have slope set on here. There's a couple of different things that we have. We have slope, we have vibration, which a lot of rangefinders do have. So let's see what we have exactly to this flag, because I'm a huge believer that generally, you can see there, it says we have 149 yards on this par 3, stroke index 16, but if I were to use my Milesy rangefinder here, we actually have 146 yards playing 151, so that's actually quite accurate. Some of these aren't that accurate if you go to different courses. Generally, that should be from here as well, so that tells me this is a back flag. And what shot would you play from here? So I'm going to go with a little chippy 6 iron. I could probably go with a full 8, but it's into the wind as well. So these are all things that we need to be thinking about when you are playing golf, when you're out here trying to perform to your best or just have fun and beat most of your friends. So we're going to use it over a couple of holes. And one of the things that I really like about it is there's that adaptive display. So we have the red LED display for when the light gets a little bit low, and a black standard display if it's very bright, so you can see it at all times. So we know the number, we know the weather conditions, but how far are the trees at the back? Because generally, that's something you want to make sure that you've not got, and the trees at the back are 172 yards, so we don't actually have that much room to play with. What kind of shot do we want here? A nice one under the wind. Control the ball flight. A hole-in-one would be lovely. Oh, that's all over it. Be the club. Be the club. Did you get the zoom? Oh, I'll tell you what, that is a ball strike in of dreams. Let's get down there. Let's see just how close we are to that distance, because I'm a huge believer that in 2024, if you work on your distances and get the right rangefinder, you will get that handicap lower than all of your friends. So one of the things that I love about Milesy as well is generally the rangefinders are more affordable than some of the other big name rangefinders you do see, and we do get a lovely nice carry case as well, so that's very sturdy, as you can tell. And I have travelled the world pretty much with the PF1 rangefinder, and that's done absolutely fine. It's been thrown around on aeroplanes, it's been in duffel bags, it's been pretty much everywhere. I'm a huge fan of the PF1, so let's see if I might potentially be changing into the yellow submarine, as I like to call it. So as you can see, a pretty good shot to that top shelf there, and there's a couple of different shots I could have potentially played there, but understanding how far your golf ball goes on different trajectories into different elements is something that can really help you. So got a tiny bit long, but we're still on the green. We've got a nice putt, well within tour average from 150 yards. Let's see if we can put this Milesy PFS2 to the test and birdie the first hole with it. Okay, so we're going to try and roll this in, because it's always nice to make a birdie even if it's a review on something else. And actually, if it comes to green reading, when we're out in Orlando with the guys at Milesy, look where this is pitched as well. A more receptive green, that would have been perfect because it's bang on line, but Milesy are working on some amazing rangefinders and different technologies to even help with green reading, which would be a little bit of a game changer, because a lot of people struggle with green reading as well, don't they? So, can we? Oh, stop it. Stop it. So guys, just what features does the brand new Milesy PFS2 feature? One of the things that we mentioned about the colour already, I've nicknamed it the Yellow Submarine. That may not be for everyone. It was a great song, wasn't it? An even better album. But I actually lost this the other day. The first day I had it and I dropped it. I bought this and wing it, but the fact that I did check means that we can go back and get that. We'll get teed off while Bobby hopefully goes and retrieves the new Milesy. Look at him, he's got it. Here's a smile. Right, Bobby. It has yellow, bright yellow on it, so it was easy enough to find Bobby, wasn't it? And Bobby found it straight away. So hats off to Bobby, because I don't fancy going and get another one because I hadn't even reviewed it yet, but you could see it straight away because of the yellowness on it. So it has that. It also features flag lock technology from 450 plus yards, so it might just be able to get one of my drives. It's accurate to 1 yard. It has an LCD display that is both dual red and black, like I said. It has a 7.5 degree field of view, 6 times magnification, and an objective lens diameter of 22 millimeters, angle measurement, scan mode, and of course you can change this with a CR2 battery, which just goes in here. Now, I'm not sure which I'm a fan of. I'm not sure if I'm a fan of changing the batteries over like this or having the USB cable. Say if you're playing in Dubai where we filmed the review of the PF1, you could just plug that into your buggy, no problem. But if you're out here just playing in the UK, you generally don't have access to one of those. It's nice just to have a battery. So great different options there, and I think that's fantastic, covering most bases. You know what I forgot to do? I'm going to use it and see just how far. First of all, it is to the target marker you can see there, and that is 228 yards, playing 224 yards, and a lovely red and green display we've got here, which I do really like. If I wanted to go right the way to the end to the trees, it's 280 yards. So I could probably just about hit driver to there, but if I really catch one, it would go into the trees. So we'll go with 3 wood, because 3 wood should be the perfect club here. A lot of the time I will try and go over the corner, but we are just looking at distances here. So a nice 3 wood to the right hand side of the post should be around perfect to leave us a nice shot in. You can see how I'm plotting my way around the golf course here more than I would do normally. That's a mishit 3 wood, but it's up there towards the post at 230 yards. And generally, if I start plotting my way around a golf course mathematically with distances, I generally play a lot better. I don't know why I don't do it more. So you can see a nice fairway hit here. We're ticking boxes, we're hitting greens, holding putts, hitting fairways. Maybe I should have signed into the medal today actually, but this is a really good area that can use all rangefinders as well. So you can see we've got a flag that's back right, and we actually have exactly 90 yards, playing 94, slightly uphill by 2 degrees. But if I look at the ledge of that bunker, the bunker's 64 yards to carry. So all of a sudden there, that shot's become easier to me. Why has it become easier? Just because I know I've got 30 yards to play with, or 27 yards to play with. Realistically, I know that I can hit most golf clubs to land 70 yards and will run out 20 yards. So I've got a big window there to go at, and that flag's at the back. So I don't really want to go much longer than that. So I'm going to go pitching wedge rather than potentially a 56 or a 52, because I know that I don't need this ball to stop on a dime. I can afford to play it a little bit lower, let it run out, use the contours and go from there. So let's go with a little 70 to 75 yard window to pitch it. If it goes a little bit longer, then fine. A little bit shorter, then we're also fine. So we're giving ourselves more margin for error. And even that strike should actually finish. Go on then. But you can see that I'm actually giving myself more margin for error, so I can afford to hit not great shots. If I'd done that with a 56 or a 52, I might not have got the result that we've got, which is probably going to be 15 feet for another birdie. Perfect. So you can see there, guys, you don't have to be a prime ball striker to utilise any kind of rangefinder. Whether or not you use it in your routine, whether or not you use it in your kind of pre-shot build-up a little bit, just to either settle the nerves or go through a little bit of an equation like I've done there, it can take away a lot of the swing thoughts that maybe you're going to have and put you more in the zone of, right, let me hit that ball to the desired target. You can see what we've got to finish on there. It's going to be a similar length putt that we had on the first hole, and realistically a totally different strike. Not the shot that I wanted to play, but because I knew I had that window, that's the lesser of the two evils as a shot. So that's what we've got left into this hole. Right, let's see if we can roll this. To birdie the first 2 holes with a new toy would realistically mean it has to go in the bag, wouldn't it? I've been a huge fan of the PF1, but just thinking logically about how I'm using any kind of rangefinder and making sure I don't get lazy like I sometimes would is massively helping my game. Guys, that's been my review of the brand new Malsi PFS2 rangefinder. If you want to check it out, make sure you do. It's linked in the description below. Huge thanks to the guys at Malsi. I can't wait to start working with you closer. And that's the easiest par you're ever going to make. Wilson!